You don't know the kind of things that happen on social media. One lady posted on Twitter. You know what her post was? That you should be embarrassed if in your mid-20s you are still a virgin. You should be embarrassed. That it means that there's something wrong with you. That you don't know how to be socially relevant. That there's something, you don't know how to mingle. That's what she's saying. That there's something wrong with you. That if at 23, 24, you are still a virgin, you should be ashamed. You know those things, me, I don't comment. I just go and look at what other people are saying. And young people were coming there. 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 22. Older people say, come on now. Say, tell them. Tell them. Because you know the things, the definitions we are advancing, it looks so hard. How can a young boy, young girl, with all the blood running through their veins, still be upholding a standard that the world calls old-fashioned? It looks like madness. It looks like foolishness. The same Twitter, ladies came, and you know the competition, whose breast is bigger than the other one, is a full thread on Twitter. That's the generation in which we are living. And the thing that hurts me the most is that Christians are in this space, but you know what is happening? We are ashamed. So we are hiding. We don't flaunt Jesus. You know why? We feel that the world has something that is better than what we have. So we are ashamed. Say, how can I now go and be talking about Jesus when the people who are in the world, they have more money? The day when the Lord comes, I will show you in Zephaniah, that day money will fail. that day, some people's bank account will be so fat. They've laughed at other people, laughed and mocked other people. That day, they will now find out that the scale of measurement, no indices, is called money. It's not one of the parameters that Jesus will use to measure a man. The worth of a man, the day of the Lord, the worth of a man will have nothing to do with his bank balance. It will have nothing to do with his physical appearance. It will have nothing to do with his educational certification. The day of the Lord, every man's heart will be made bare. And that day, if you have bowed to mammon, bowed to immorality, bowed to strange gods, that day you will wish that you had flaunted Jesus. You will wish. Young people are under pressure because of what the world calls success. Trek with pride. See, trek with pride. Don't let people put you down because you are going through a season in your life. Wear Jesus like a badge. Carry him around with honor. If you are a gate man and you love Jesus, let them not be able to say that you are part of fraud. Carry your integrity with honor. Don't defraud men because you know that there is a blessed hope. One day it will be obvious that I had nothing here, but I had what mattered the most. I have a gate pass to the marriage supper of the Lamb. I have a gate pass. That gate pass, you can't buy it in dollars. Men that get it, they get it when they are washed with the blood. Sinners are flaunting their sin, flaunting their immorality. But my generation is ashamed. You know why? We don't look successful. We don't look like we are big men. So we think that the world has a right to oppress us. It's because you do not know that what you have is greater than silver or gold. The Lord is coming and he says he will destroy sinners from the earth. He will destroy even those amongst us that are rich and are prospering and have millions. Check them carefully. Their hearts have been captured by the Lord. Money does not own them. That's why some of them secretly, you don't know what some certain Christian millionaires are doing. Secretly, they are giving everything they have to the gospel. Everything they have to the gospel. Because they know that when the Lord comes, every man will be stripped naked. nothing that is in this realm will be of value in that day. And you see, Satan knows this. That's why he's doing everything to corrupt you. He will put you under pressure to commit sexual immorality, because he knows that in the day of the Lord, those who are the target of judgment and destruction are the sinners. God will wipe them from the earth. His judgment. Give me Zephaniah chapter 1, give me 15. We'll read from 15. I think chapter 1 finishes as 18, then we'll go to chapter 2. Zephaniah chapter 1. That day is a day of what? Wrath. Let me pick one of my Bibles. Can't trust these people today. Let me just have it as backup. A day of devastation and desolation. A day of darkness and gloominess. A day of clouds and thick darkness. 16. A day of trumpet and alarm against the fortified cities and against the high towers. 17. I will bring distress upon men. Oh my God. Men will be distressed. I will bring distress. Oh, men think now that they are at ease and they are comfortable. In that day, if you have not named the name of the Lord, if you have not endured to the end. You know, when you read Revelation, the Bible will say, it is him that endures to the end that will be what? Saved. And the reason God keeps saying, he that endures to the end, is because, bro, some people will not endure to the end. Some will not be able to bear it. Some will not be able to survive it. The ministers' conference, I was preaching in Auchi yesterday morning, I was telling them, young man, see, I was showing them from the book of Ezekiel that you can be doing ministry. And there's a crowd, yet you are in outer court ministry. God has driven you away from him. I was speaking to a young man by the Spirit in that meeting. He said, look, bro, there's nothing wrong with being invisible. To everything there is a time and a season. You don't know how afraid I am of ministry. I'm afraid. The Bible says judgment will begin first from the Lord's house. Distress will be upon men, will be distressed. If food is your God, it will become obvious. Because the Antichrist, when he stands, when he becomes calls himself God over this world, he will demand worship from all men. Can you stand like Daniel? Can you stand like Hananiah, Azariah, and Mishael? Can you stand and say, oh king, we are not careful to answer you in this matter? Are you sure that you will not bow? When you are already bowing to worldly music and you are saying, show me in the Bible where I cannot listen to this kind of music. The tribulation has not even started. You are already bowing to Babylonian systems. You are thinking that when he puts pressure, you will survive.